We are live. Welcome to The Scenting Guy. I'm Jim Redding, your host, The Scenting Guy. With me today is Chris Atkinson, owner of Wallpaper Elegance.
Yep.
And amazing neighbor.
Thank you.
Right here.
Oh, we try to
next to the Smelly Bar.
That's it.
Smelly Bar / Wallpaper Elegance.
Yep.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I'm excited about it. And of course, as always, this wouldn't be possible without our amazing producer and director, Mike Hewitt, extraordinaire.
He is extraordinary.
So we have been neighbors for quite some time now.
Yeah.
We came to this location. This was actually our first real commercial location.
Sure.
In 2019.
Okay.
So 5 years, because it was towards the end of 19. So
yep.
A little more than 5 years. We leased spaces 2 and 3. We're in 3 right now.
Yeah.
And you are in space number 4.
Space 4, right in the middle.
That's right. Well, you are in the middle now. Well, the middle of the building.
Yeah.
So now today, we've been just expanding. We don't want to move anywhere.
Yeah.
By the way, I think we have a great landlord. Would you agree?
I do agree. Yeah, no, he's been fantastic to us.
Absolutely.
Very, very fair. Just kind of feels like it's well taken care of, but also,
exactly.
Just kind of we're able to do our business and not be impeded on by somebody like, hey, I'm your landlord.
Right.
We're here. He's here when you need him. Otherwise,
very responsive.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
It.
No, he's wonderful.
And he lets me tailgate for the Raider games.
That's right.
Yeah, we do the UNLV ones as well. It's nice, but the space is well kept up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Shout out to Santoli Real Estate. Yeah. Santoli Real Estate here in Las Vegas. I think they have a lot of industrial properties and just incredibly responsive. The rates that they charge, they actually take into account your longevity and how well you do paying rent and consider that when it's time for increases. So it's very fair.
Yeah, it's part of the reason we stayed. We were actually
me too.
We were further down in Suite 9 originally, I believe it was, and wanted to move through a business ordeal that kind of happened previously, but Ben said, "Hey, I'll put you down at 4. I got that space kind of open." And he kind of helped facilitate and making it better for us. So, we've been here, I think, going on 9-10 years now.
Wow. Fantastic.
Building, so we love it.
Well, we're not going anywhere. And so over the years, we've acquired some spaces. And so we now have space 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
It's a nice Aroma retail hug.
Yeah, that's what I always tell people. I'm getting hugged by the smelly guys. They're like, that's a weird thing to kind of say, but the truth is, it's great being where we're at, and I think we have a great relationship with you, and it almost feels like a cohesive partnership. That is not necessarily on paper, but just in the aspect of what we do and what you do. It's a great place to be right next to somebody.
I always say you're a wonderful, wonderful neighbor. I really appreciate the fact that not only do you have one of our scent machines.
Yep. 2, actually.
Nice.
2 in there. Yeah.
But you have referred a lot of business to us.
We do. Yeah.
I'll never forget the day that you had an appointment where Floyd Mayweather came to visit you.
Yep.
Noticed the Smelly Bar. Him and his entourage came into the Smelly Bar and dropped a bunch of cash.
Yep.
So appreciate that.
Yeah, no name dropping on Floyd there, but no, yeah.
Well, I hope he doesn't mind. I mean,
no, I don't.
What a great guy.
I don't
came
think
in.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been a fantastic customer. We've serviced him before.
You'll hear from his attorneys.
I hope not. I don't want to fight that battle.
But no, just in general, whether it's someone like Floyd or anybody else we send over, a lot of designers. Our business, your business, smells for itself. I like to say.
Nice.
Yeah.
Steal that.
Take that. Put it in your pocket. Use it later.
That's right.
But it does. People walk in and the first reaction, and I have a tail to this a little bit, but the first reaction is, "Oh, it smells great in here," and I'm like, well, I'm the place that's supposed to look great in here. And the first thing you do is say, it smells great. Like, you guys are doing a great job at what you do. That's the first thing that comes out of most of my customers' mouths when they walk in the door.
Amazing. I appreciate
But it definitely
that.
complements your business too.
It does. No. Yeah. And I've watched quite a few of your guys' podcasts, and I've been hearing some things you've talked about in relation to scents and people's kind of disposition on smells and
Absolutely.
understanding then how smell is subjective. And I think I hit something on the notes. So the girls have put different scents up at the front for what they liked. And I was like, I don't smell it as much. And I heard you talk about smell, how it's subjective to people. And I said,
Absolutely.
I think I actually had hit a nail on the head when I said, hey, let's put the smell that's the mandalay, the coconut spice.
Yeah. Mandalay based coconut spice.
Right.
Yeah,
and I
great.
said, because that's
my fave.
Mine too. And it's a go-to. But I think the reason I've now triggered to say, hey, let's put that at the front of the shop. If maybe a smell's not your subjective smell, somebody may not walk in and say, hey, it smells good. Maybe it doesn't smell good. But if something is a familiar smell, then it's still going to trigger the reflex of, oh, hey, that smells familiar. What is that? And then I get them talking about it. Then all of a sudden, we'll go next door. They got them all.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That was actually the first hotel that I realized that there was a signature scent.
Yeah.
Long before I worked here, I was like, I really appreciated that fragrance.
Right.
Mandalay Bay does a great job managing their clean air and their scenting program. It's very well balanced. It's a good environment over at Mandalay Bay for sure.
Yeah, very good.
Everything they do, to include the visuals, you know, having that, not just colors, but texture,
Yes, very much so.
So give us a blurb about Wallpaper Elegance.
Wallpaper Elegance. So we are a interior design center at the core. We are a wallpaper store, which none exist in Vegas, to our knowledge, outside of us anymore.
Wow.
And there's very few kind of left around the country, to be honest. Wallpaper.
Wow.
It's not your grandma's wallpaper anymore. That was our tagline for a while. But,
that's cool.
it's we're kind of beyond that now. Wallpaper is now something that I think, the general public now sees and wants. And it's one of those custom things. And we treat it kind of like fashion. But we consider ourselves more of a concierge design center. So we are there to take what you think you want and like and find a way to get it to fruition. How do we make your home look the way you want it to look? Whether it's through wallpaper, drapery, flooring, we kind of entail all of it. And we kind of take a little bit from you. You guys offer a great concierge service in the Smelly Bar.
I appreciate that.
Right. Whether it's right on the nose or not, somebody walks in.
That's right. You explore.
And everybody wants to have their own personal freedom to explore. But with our business, we know there's got to be a little bit of catering to get you to the end. Right?
No question.
Because you guys have
subjective.
You guys have a Rolodex of smells, and it can be overwhelming.
Well, right? I think you have a much larger library.
We do. Yes. I have 500 some odd wallpaper books and 1,000 fabric books. It's a lot to manage and keep.
With hundreds and hundreds in each book.
Of course, yes.
My gosh.
Yeah, the SKU count is excessive.
How do you get down to the one?
So that is a concierge offer.
Absolutely.
That is part of what we do. We have a very well-trained staff who's got a lot of experience and knowledge. We're really good at not just knowing wallpaper, but knowing people.
Amen.
You got to understand your customer and what they need, and being able to break you down. Hey, what are your needs? What are your desires? What problem are we trying to solve for you? I think any business that can dial that in, you can find the end for them because you know your product well. It's easy to find a solution. So,
and I know when I went in there, my wife had a very specific look she wanted.
Yeah.
So it's like I brought in an example, and they must have pulled from 10 different books all over the library, just like this. It was just it was amazing how much.
Yeah.
They're very good at like our girls do at the Cure,
Yeah.
At the Smelly Bars, that they find your path and help you guide you.
It feels very, and that's why I said there's a very cohesive partnership with us. I think that there's a similarity in how we operate, right? You walk in and it's customer focused, customer first, and getting down to what's going to work for you. You don't want to give somebody a smell that's not going to hit, right?
Of course not.
So,
but if I present a scent to somebody and they don't like it, that gives me a lot of information too.
Yeah. And so there's a lot you can do, I think, to decipher that. And I think that's the bigger core of my business, right? You can sell any product, but if you don't understand your customer, you'll be out of business real quick. So.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I think Wallpapers has such a resurgence recent that it was like the 70s kind of destroyed it.
Yeah.
They went like ceiling all four walls.
And the funny
like,
thing
popcorn ceiling, of course.
Oh gosh. Yeah, and there's we've seen things like the ceilings kind of come back, and I look at our two businesses kind of like the fashion industry. Like everybody always says you got to look good and smell good when you go out, right?
That's right.
Good clothes, good cologne or perfume. Same in your home. Make it look good, or your business, right? Wallpaper, draperies, all the things we can do. Well, now your space looks beautiful. Let's make it smell beautiful to match that.
Well, I think what's really cool about your business is I can come to you in the beginning.
Yep.
So it's not wallpaper as an afterthought. It's about designing your space.
Yeah, we design with intent for sure. There's always a let's start here and what can we do for you to get you where you want. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So tell us about your team. Like who's over there when I walk through the door?
So we're very small, family-owned business. To shorten it, my mom owned the business for 30-something years.
Wow.
And
she's still there.
She's still there.
I see her every once in a while over
she's
there.
tried to retire, and I try and force that retirement. but she's the experience in the business, and we always like to say we've been in business and have this experience, and she's still there. So that experience still exists. Right?
Sure.
And she's a great book of knowledge. But you reach an age where I've done my due diligence in life. It's time to go have fun and go to France or do something.
Good for her. She earned it. She earned it.
But she's there.
And you know what? How blessed is she that you're interested,
I like to think
able, and willing to take over the business.
Yeah.
So you're running the business now.
So I run the business, and I have two girls at the front. One is my sister, Noelle.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So
That's
Noelle's
great.
my sister, and then Amalia, who's been with us around 6 years.
Wow.
So we call them our design specialists.
Yep.
So they're all encompassing. They do everything. When you walk in that front door, they will get you from start to finish.
Fantastic.
Aside from that, I have my payroll accountant.
Yeah.
Kind of do it all, Lady Anna in the back.
Well, it looks like you're doing pretty good business out of there. I mean, there's always something going on at your back door, something coming or going.
We're getting a lot of stuff shipped in and out. That's for sure. Yeah, we've it's been a good. Last year was fantastic. Probably one of the best years
glad.
we've had.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so it was a really good year, and we're pushing into other avenues with our business as far as installation through another business I'm starting that tails off Wallpaper Elegance and goes into commercial installation and things like that.
Wow.
So yeah, we're constantly busy, but it's a business that is not a single interaction.
Mm-hmm.
You're very rarely going to walk in the door and walk out the same day and kind of just be done. We're like the Pringle can. You open it up and it's nonstop. It's just go, go, go. So
that is fantastic. Well, here's to many more years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably going to outgrow that space though.
Well, we'll see.
I'm not saying that because I want your space.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take it.
I mean, considering the amount of stuff we've been able to get in there and keep organized. It's impressive. And it's hard because I've looked,
sure,
to say, hey, we go back to, great landlord.
Absolutely.
Great neighbors.
Great location. Especially with the arena opening.
Yeah. It's a hard thing to even think about. Why move?
I emphatically agree.
So, and
well, I hope you don't. Honestly, I say that in every bit of honesty. Just absolutely love having you as a neighbor, and it actually works out good for us because over on this side in suites 1, 2, and 3, we have the smelly bar. We're interacting with customers, and we have a nice big place for our team meetings and celebrations and stuff like that. And then in 5, 6, 7, 8, we have our factory. Right. And we don't want customers going in there just because there's hazards and so forth, so it works out well.
Yeah.
I know I can use a bigger office. I'll just knock this wall out.
Well,
Mike, I think this is your office that we're sitting
it
in
is.
right now. It just, so happens to
My
have
makeshift.
foam stapled to the
Yeah.
wall. So
well,
we can.
sometimes we'd like to knock the door down this way and come join those meetings and celebrations you guys have over here, because
You know what?
when it
Let's
gets
start
loud
it.
and fun, we're like,
That's fantastic.
what's going on? There? Hello, neighbor.
You're always welcome to come over to Smelly Hole.
Always, always. Yeah. Game of Smelly Hole. See how you do.
I gotta tell you, I had your email response yesterday, and I looked at the bottom. It said "sincerely," and I'm like, man, these guys are so good with wordplay. It is disgusting.
We actually have a trademark for that word.
Do you
Sincerely.
really?
Yes.
So cool. I'm jealous. Like I've always looked at up my business and said, hey, what's something like a cool catchphrase?
Wallpaperly.
Wallpaperly. It's so hard because it's.
You should see the stuff that doesn't make it.
I could imagine, but the
Oh my
amount of
God.
stuff you already have that does,
yeah.
and it's so funny. So we talk in the office. We have all these weird moments, and my sister all the time is like, "We're like The Office." And then I walk in, and you guys have the Smelly Awards,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "No, they're The Office next door. Like, we need a combination. Put it on a TV show. It'd be fantastic, man." But yeah, you guys are right on the nose with those. It's crazy.
We
Fantastic.
model our entire business after The Office.
Do you really?
We do. We do. Yeah. So,
Michael Scott right there.
Yeah.
with his
Very
mug.
much.
unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
I know we all like to hate him in season 1, but then we realize what a great guy he is.
Fantastic.
All right. Cheers.
He's just wildly inappropriate at times, just like you.
I guess so.
Well, those we keep behind the closed doors.
So, what do you think of online? Like, you have a website, right?
We do.
Is it more of a calling card?
Kind of. We've tried to. That's another business stream I'd love to work. Our industry's kind of dated for online pushing.
See. But isn't that where all the wallpaper stores went, or did they?
A
go
lot
to-
of them did, yeah, and they had to put a lot into that. The thing is, I think with ours, just like you, how do you shop online? And not to deter online business by any means, but certain things you have to be there. Right.
That was the $1 million question. I think we're fortunate in that a lot of the public is very familiar with what different things smell like. One of the things we developed on our website is the honeycomb. When you go to one of our fragrance pages,
Right.
you can actually see the prominent notes. It doesn't represent everything that's in each
Sure.
fragrance, but the prominent notes. You're going to smell all of these when you smell this fragrance.
Right.
So yeah, I could see how that would be tough with wallpaper, and also you'd have to keep up with the technology of someone being able to take a picture of their space and saying, okay, lay this in there.
Right. And they have those applications now that can
Mhm.
do that. I think the hard part for a lot of people is still a limited understanding of wallpaper, right? The education behind your product.
Absolutely.
It's not something you're walking by every time you go to Target or Walmart or anything. And, oh, look, there's wallpaper.
That's right.
So there's still a lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
I think the thing everybody wants, the touch and feel is still a thing. It's part of
Yeah.
the human experience. Touch, feel, smell, see. When you're looking at a screen, it's not the experience, right?
That's right.
Walking into someone's building and experiencing their business from front to back, that's the part of it that really sells the product itself. And then you get to jump in with the service and everything else you offer and build your business around the system, and off it goes.
That's why you're doing good business, Chris. You know what to focus on,
I think so.
where you bring the value.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
We should do a promotion together.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we should.
So for now, for this particular episode, I believe we're going to do Aroma Retail is going to do a promotion using wallpaper
Yeah.
as the coupon code.
Right on.
15% off our entire website. Use wallpaper.
Woo-wee.
Big number.
Yeah.
It's
3
generous
days.
of
You got 3 days.
You want a piece of this action? You got any deals going?
I think so. I think we don't do weekends. We're, Monday through Friday people. We
I
get the
totally
big crowd.
understand.
But I think, once this is released and goes, I think we're going to do a 15% that same week after yours ends.
Wow.
we'll do 15% off wallpaper and use the code Aroma.
Wow.
Imagine that.
The partnership.
We're so huge.
We're one and the same. I love it.
You want to buy my company?
No,
Oh,
not yet.
bummer.
You beat me to the question, to the punchline. Do you guys even have a mascot? This is wild.
We'll get you a mascot.
I don't know. A little.
We're our mascot is Smell You Later Alligator. Your mascot should be Wallpaper Platypus. No, I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think so.
we'll
He just has a damask pattern.
I think we'll pass on that one. That's funny though. That's good.
Oh man. Anything else before I wrap
That's
up?
it.
Really appreciate you coming
I
on the show.
appreciate
Thank you for
Yeah.
being a good neighbor.
Thank you. That's what we do.
Always a
That's what you
pleasure.
do.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Again, this is Chris, Wallpaper Elegance, signing off with Mike, our producer. Thanks for watching. Smell you later, alligator.
Go fragrance yourselves.